डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Hello students, I Dr. Shivang Patel, Associate Professor, School of Computer Science, Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Welcome you all from Chaitanya Studio of Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. In the MCA program, in this lecture series of the subject MCA-104 Operating System, we have started Block 3 and in previous sessions, we have completed up to 3 units. We have also completed few of the commands from Unit 4. Now in today's session, we are continuing with some more commands that are related with the file system. So you can see in the previous session, we have discussed this ch mode, ch own, that is ch owner, and ch group. So just revise few of the things from the previous session. These 3 commands basically related with the permissions that you want to assign to particular file system or to particular directory. So the first command that we have discussed in the previous session, that is ch mode, to change the mode of particular file or the directory. We have already discussed basically permissions that you want to give, that is read permission, write permission or execute permission, and multiple users, basically user, groups and the others. These 3 types of user you want to assign the permissions, read, write and execute to particular file or directory. How you can assign this permission with the help of chmod command that we have already discussed with the options. Second, we have discussed chown, that is change ownership. So whenever you are creating some file or directory, it is related with some specific user who has created that particular file. Now suppose you want to change that particular user or particular group. In that case, you are using these commands, that is chown, that is ch owner, and second one is ch group, right? So now in today's session, we are continuing with few more commands related with these general purpose utilities on file. So we will discuss find, then after head, then tail, then after wc, and then after touch, and then who command. So let us start with these commands. So first command, that is find command. So basically if you want to search specific file or directory, in that case you are using this find option or find command. So find command is not only used to search file or directory, also it can be used to search some of the contents within the file or within the directory. So basically it permits searching by file name, folder name, date of creation and time, date of modification, permissions and the owner. So if you want to search file name or if you want to search folder, then you have to give some of the criteria. And which criteria you can give? So you can search by using name also, you can search by using some modification, date and time, creation of that particular file. Then after you can also search by using the permissions of that particular file. So there are a number of criteria available by which you can search that particular files or directory within the directory, which is the current directory, or whatever the path that you can provide, from that path you can able to find that particular file or directory. So this is the syntax in which you have to assign that particular command find, then after the path from where search start. So here you have to give the full path, or if you don't want to give the full path, if you want to search from the current directory, then only you can use current or the parent directory, that is dot and double dot and the slash. If you want to search from the root directory, in that case you are using the slash. We will see practically demo one by one, so you can get more idea how you can use this command. Then after expressions, why these expression options are there? So if you are requiring to minimize your searching criteria, or suppose there are number of files and directories are there, but you are not requiring all those files or directory, you are requiring to search some specific files, so that specific file require to give some specific criteria. So that criteria you can assign with the help of these expressions. Then after the option, as we have already discussed, you want to search file by the name, if you want to search directory by the name, if you want to search file by their creation or modification date or time, you want to search file based on that type, you want to search file based on the permissions. So all these criteria you want to define, in that case you can define in the option. And then after what to find, so basically the file name that you have to provide here in this case, right. So we will move one by one with some examples. So here you can see on the screen find command, then after dot slash and then after temp. That means you want to search in this directory and the directory name is temp directory. Then after you want to search with some specific file name. So for that you are giving or providing the option called name. So you are providing hyphen or dash and then after the name, that is the option, and then after the file name, or you can also provide the wildcard characters also. So we can see in the practically on your terminal, suppose you want to search something. So before that we have to find out which are the files or directories that are available. So how you can find which are the directories or files are available? You want to list whatever the files or directories available, you can use ls command. So ls and then after L option for detailed listing. So you can observe here, these are the directories, directory 1, 2, 3 and 4, and these are the files that are already created, file1.txt, file2.txt, log.txt, log_file. Now suppose you want to search that particular file1.txt. So I am using the searching criteria name here. So my option is name. So I am using this command find, then after I am providing the path. So if this file is not in the current directory, then I can write here the full path. But currently it is available in my parent directory or the current directory. So I can simply use dot and then after slash that represent the current directory. Then after I am using the option. So option, that is I would like to search with the name. So I can write here name and then after which file I would like to search. So I am providing here that particular file name, that is file1.txt. So you can see here the file name that is displayed here, right. So whatever the files that are available in the current directory, these are listed with the help of find command. Now suppose I am creating one more file, say for example file1.txt, but the first letter, that is small letter. So how to create the file? As we have already discussed this thing in the previous session, if you want to create a file, you are using cat, then after greater than sign and then after the file name. So here I am using file1.txt. Now observe one thing, previously whatever the file I have created, that is with a different name in which file f is capital letter. Now I am creating file1.txt with the small letter. Now it will ask me for the content. So I am writing something, hello from file1.txt, this is my content. Now I would like to save that file. I am using Ctrl D to save the file. Now you can check with the help of ls-l. So you can observe here, now two files are there having the name file1.txt, but the only difference is that first letter f is capital in one file and in another file f is small. Now suppose you want to search basically this file1.txt. So as we have discussed in the terminal, that if you want to search that file1.txt with f is greater than, then you can write the syntax, that is find, then after that is available in the current directory. So you can write dot and slash. Then if you want to search with the name criteria, then you are giving the option name and then after you can writing the file1.txt. So in that case what will be the output? Only one file that will be displayed, right. But suppose you want to search both the files having the same name, but the spelling, or you can say that the capital letter or small letter, that you want to ignore while searching. In that case you have to provide the option, that is iname. So what happened, whenever you are providing that option iname, it will ignore the case. So you can see here on your screen. First of all I am clearing the screen so you can get more idea. You can check with the ls, these are the listed files. Now I am using find, then after the searching criteria in the current file, then after if I am providing the name option and then after file1.txt. so it will display only one file. Now suppose I would like to search both the files and it will ignore the case. In that case I am using here iname. So whenever I am using this iname option, so whatever the file name you are providing here, whether it is capital letter or small letter, it will display both the file names. That is, the first F letter is capital as well as the first F letter is small letter. So I think you can aware with that particular thing. That is, if you want to ignore while you are searching, in that case you are using the I option. Now suppose file 1 and 2, or suppose you want to search whatever the files with the extension .txt. So all the files, whatever the name you have given, but the extension is .txt, all those files you want to list with the help of find command. In that case you can use the wildcard character. So how you can use the wildcard character? So first of all, you can provide this name option because you are searching with the name, and here instead of the name you can simply write asterisk or star. That means what? This command will search all the file name having the extension .txt in your current directory, right? Okay, so it will ask me for the name in the double quotation because the name may be anything. So I can provide here single quotation or the double quotation. Now you can observe here the output is all the files. You can check with the ls command. So these are the list of files that is available in the current directory. So you can observe in our previous command, that is the 4 files that are listed having the extension .txt. So you can use wildcard character also in the find command to search multiple files with the same extension, or you can provide question mark also, that is you want to defer only single character, that we have already discussed in previous session, right? Question mark and asterisk, 2 wildcard that you can use. Now move again into our presentation, few more commands. This iname that we have discussed to ignore the case, then after this slash, then after iname and log.txt. What it means? Observe one thing here, I have not provided dot. If you are providing the dot, that means you want to search from the current directory or the parent directory. Now you are not providing dot, that means you want to search from all the directories or the files available under the root directory, that is only slash. So if you want to increase your searching criteria, in that case you are using this slash. That means you are not searching in the current directory, but now your searching criteria is wider, and that is you are searching from the root directory, right? Then after, we have already discussed pattern wise searching. If you want to search all the files with extension .txt, you can provide this wildcard character asterisk. Then after, if you want to search for the empty files or empty directory, in that case you are using the option empty. Now we will see here. First of all, we are creating one file which is empty, right? So in today's session we will also see how you can create the empty file. But if I would like to use this cat command, then simply I am using cat, then after greater than sign, I am creating one file hi.txt. Now it will ask me for the content. Now I am not typing anything, I am not providing any of the content, and I would like to save that file. So I am pressing Ctrl D. So my file is created, but this file doesn't contain any contents, right? That means no data is there, so the file size is 0. So this is the empty file. Now you can check with the help of cat command. If I am using cat and then hide.txt, so it doesn't display any content because we have not provided any of the contents, right? So this file is created, that is 0 size file. Now suppose this file or other files related with empty, that means no content inside that particular file or directory, you would like to search with the find command, then you can write find command, and then after your searching criteria in which directory you want to search. I would like to search in the current directory, that's why I am using here dot and slash, and then after you can use 0 size file, that is empty size. So you can write here the empty, that is your option. So you can observe here the output. These are the directories listed here having no files available in there, as well as by assigning this option, that is empty option, it will display the list of all files having no contents, or you can say that the zero size file, right. So you can see here, basically if you are using these options empty, in that case it will display the empty files as well as the empty directory. Now searching for files with the entered permissions. So last session we have discussed, if you want to assign some permissions, then you can use octal numbers also, or you can use some letters also. So here in this example, what it means 721. So first 7 digit, that is in octal, that represent the permission for the user. Then after the 2, that is in the octal, that represent for the group, and then after the 1, that digit that represent the other users. Now 7, that binary equivalent is 111, for 2 that is 010, and 1 that is 001. That means what? All 3 digits representing some permission, that is RWX. So first 7, that is 111, so user having all 3 permissions R, W and X. Second 2, that is binary equivalent is 010, that is read permission is not assigned, write permission is assigned, and execute permission is not assigned to the group. And the third one, that is 1, by binary equivalent is 001, that means read permission is not assigned, write permission is not assigned, and execute permission that can be assigned, but to which users? To the others, right. So if you want to search according to the permissions that you are giving, in that case you have to provide the permission PERM, that is the option that you have to provide. Now we will see this practically. So first of all, I am clearing the screen. Now suppose I would like to see the permissions of hello.txt. So I can write here ls, the detail listing, that's why I am using the L option, and hello.txt. It is not available. I can again check by ls. Okay, hello is not there. File1.txt is there. So we can check by using file name file1.txt. Yes. Now the file permissions you can see, first 3 letters in which R, W and then after dash. That means what? The user having read permission, write permission and execute permission is not there. Only 2 permissions are there, that is R and W to that particular user. Then after R dash and dash, that means group having only read permission, and then after the for other users having only read permission. So if you want to convert this into the octal number system, so you can convert this with the permissions. Say for example RW, that means only 2 permissions are there, so 1, 1 and 0. So 110, that is equivalent to 6. So you can write here 6. Then after R dash dash, that means only 1 permission, that is read permission, that is you can write 4, that is equivalent to 100, and then after again R dash dash, that is again 4. Now you want to search having the permission 644. So you can search by using find. You want to search in which directory? So I would like to search in current directory. Then after I would like to search with criteria, that is permission. So I can write here PERM, that is my option, and then after you have to provide the permission, that is 644. Then after whenever you are pressing enter, so you can observe here file1.txt, file2.txt and few other files that are having the same permission, that is 644, user having only read and write permission, then after group having only read permission and the other user having also only read permission. So this way you can also search with the help of permissions. Then after move to the next example. If you want to search according to the file type. Now as you already aware that whenever you are using ls with L option, so the very first letter that you can represent, that is nothing but the file type. If that letter is only dash, that means it is the regular file, and if it is D, then it is directory file. Then after multiple other criteria are also there. So if you want to represent or if you want to display character special file or block special file, in that case C letter as well as the B letter that can be used. Now according to the file type you want to search, you have to provide the option type, right. So we are moving with our command line screen or terminal, so in which we have to search only the directories, right. So in that case you can use find, then after you can use in the current directory and the type option and D. So you can observe here only directories that are listed. If you want only regular file, in that case remove this D and use F option. In that case it will list out all the regular files available in the current directory. So with the help of this type option you can search files, or you can search directories, or you can search character special files, or you can search block special file, right. So according to the file type you want to search, in that case you have to use F option or D option or C option or B option in the type option, right, with this find command. Now we are moving with the next command. Next is head command. So basically you want to display few lines. By default this command display the first 10 lines, but if you want to display from top of the files, or you want to display the top contents of any file, in that case you are using this head command. So the syntax is head, then after option, and then after the file. So we are just creating few files for and entering some of the contents, and then we can execute this head command. This head command that can be used with basically two options, N option and the C option. N option, that is representing total number of lines that you want to display from the top, and the C option that display total number of size in bytes that you want to display in particular file. In that case you are using that C option. Now moving our terminal, just clearing the screen. First of all I am creating one file by using cat command. I am giving the name count.txt. I am entering few lines with number, so you can get more idea, you can get more idea regarding this, which lines that will be displayed by using this head command. So I am just entering numbering 10, 11, then after I am saving my file, right. So in this count.txt total 12 lines are there, and I have entered numbers from 1 to 11, right. Now suppose you want to display first 10 lines. So in that case you are using this head command, and then after simply the file name. So I am writing here file name count.txt. So it will display first 10 line by default, but I don't want to display first 10 lines. I would like to display only first 5 lines. In that case you can use this command with N option. So you can use here head, and then after N option, then after I would like to display 5 lines, so I can write here 5, and then after the file name. So you can observe here in previous case by default 10 lines are displayed. Now I would like to display only 5 lines, so I can use this command with N. Similarly, if you want to display in bytes, so if you want to display first few bytes or in particular file, in that case only those contents that is having that particular file size in bytes, that will be displayed with the help of head command, right. Now this command that can be also used with some another options. With pipeline also you can use. Here multiple examples are given. Say for example you want to display or list of all the files according to their modification date and time. In that case you are using ls command with T option. Now suppose multiple files in your current directory, but suppose you are requiring or you would like to display or list only first 2 or 3 files, latest file, or their modification time is current. In that case you are using this option N and 2 because you are requiring only 2 files which are the latest file. So first of all you are using ls command, so it will list all the files, but in which manner they are in their modification time manner. We are not requiring all those files, we are requiring just only 2. So we are using pipeline symbol, and then after head, then option N and 2, right. So the same thing we are just seeing with the practically. First of all, I am clearing the screen. So as you already aware that ls command that will display this list of directories and files. Now suppose I would like to display according to their modification time. So you can observe here count.txt we have just created. So it will display first. Then after previously we have created hi.txt, so it will end the second position. So you are creating the file on which time accordingly this T option will display. But here all these are display. I would like to display only 2 which are the latest one. So I can use here ls, then after T option. Now I would like to merge 2 commands. So I can use here pipeline, then after I can use here head command, and then after I would like only first 2. So I am using this N option and then after 2. So you can observe here the latest files or the file that I have modified recently, these are displayed here with the help of head command, right. Then after another example, multiple commands, like if you want to sort something, those files that are listed you want in sorting order, that means in alphabetical order, in that case you can use sort command also. Then after similarly, just like head, another command is tail command. So in head command, the contents or the line numbers that can be displayed, that is from the top. But here in the tail, if you want to display whatever the contents in the file at the bottom or at the end of the file, in that case you can use this tail command. So all the options that you are using in the head, similar options you can use also here in the tail. In head command we have discussed 2 options, N and C. Similarly, you can also apply these options in the tail command, but the only difference is that your output in the head command, that is from the top, but in the tail command it is from the bottom. So we can see here in our practically how you can use this tail command. So we are using first tail, then after the file name, that is count.txt. So you can observe here it will display the last 10 line, right. But I don't want to display all last 10 lines. I would just like to display only 5 lines which I have mentioned at last. So I can write here again same way, option N, then after 5 and then after the file name count.txt. So it will display last 5 lines. Now according to the previous one head command, this will also used with some another commands also. If you want to merge that tail command, you can merge it with the pipeline also. So here these are the examples, tail n6 states.txt. So it will display last 6 line. Then after 7 you are using, that means 7 lines that will be displayed, and sort minus R option or hyphen R option. That R option, that means in the reverse order. If you are not using R, then it will display alphabetically, but if you are using R option, then it will display in reverse order, right. So also this can be piped with 1 or more filters. So you can also use multiple commands. You can see this example cat states.txt. So first of all, the contents of state.txt that will be displayed, that all the list, the output that can be passed to head, and only first 10 lines that will be filter out. Then after these first 10 lines that will be assigned to the next command, that is tail command. From those first 10 lines, only last 5 lines that will be filtered out, and then after that last 5 lines that will be moved to out.txt. So this is the redirection. That means those last 5 lines that will be assigned to that particular file. So after execution of this command, no output will be displayed, but whenever you are displaying the content of this file out.txt, it will display that particular last 5 lines, because you are using multiple commands here, and your output that will be redirected to particular file. So we are concluding this session. In this session we have discussed find command for searching files and directories. We have discussed head command. We have discussed tail command to display the contents from top or from the bottom of the files. In subsequent session we are continuing with few more commands that are related with file related utility commands. Till then, happy learning. Thank you.
स्वाध्यायः